Ben Farmer. I'm the co-owner of California Billiard Club in Mountain View, California.
I'm Chris Swart, also co-owner of California Billiard Club. The establishment was about 9 years ago. It was established. We took it over from Chet Ito.
I started playing pool as a kid. My father bought a table, and he had it in the basement, and that's where I got addicted to the game, if you will. And then I pretty much played my whole life. Chris and I actually met 10 years ago from playing pool in the East Bay. We both live in the East Bay. It's something I've always wanted to do. Everywhere I've lived, I've always gotten to know the owner of at least wherever my favorite room was, and it's just, I've really enjoyed it. When I moved to Seattle, I didn't know anybody. The job I had didn't really have a way to get to meet people, and when I got involved in pool and leagues, and then it was a way of getting to know people, and then the pool hall where Chris and I used to play closed down, and we were looking to open a room in the East Bay, and then we found out that this place was available.
It's a great pool hall. Originally, when Chet owned it, we loved the establishment. We like to come in here once in a while. It's always been a great atmosphere, and when this by chance popped up, we jumped on it because we wanted to keep that same feel to it. Just knowing that I'm keeping something open, I'm keeping a business open for younger players to come in and start just like we used to do.
For me, I would say it's just the relationships and the people that you get to know. I can't even count the number of people that I never knew before we opened this. And I really do get a big kick out of getting some of the younger players involved in the game, which is something we're really trying to work with Tony Anagoni to do.
And it's entertaining. It's entertaining. A pool hall is entertaining. There's characters. And I think it's just like going to the movies. It's said we have it in real life. There's a lot of work behind the scenes. It's just not buying the keys and opening the door and everything works. There's a lot of work behind it.
Managing the employees can be a bit challenging. Generally speaking, these aren't career positions that people have here, so you do have some turnover there.
And a lot of people think the pool hall itself, we make a huge amount of money on the pool time, the pool tables. That's not where a lot of the money comes from. When it comes to our restaurant, when it comes to our bar, there's a lot we have to put into that to make this whole thing work.
I've come to realize that there's three basic customer groups and you need all of them. There's the league players. There are the people that come in here on the weekends and can't make two balls in a row and spend a lot of money. They eat and they drink and they have a lot of fun. And then there's just the pool addicts, the people that buy memberships that come in. I think you need all those groups. You can't just make it on the recreational player.
We have 30 Gold Crown tables with Simona's cloth. We also have 3 6x12 snooker tables. One table is set up for a game called golf. It's got a little setup different to it. We have one billiard table. There has been a really big descent when it comes to newer players coming in. You're not getting a lot of younger players into it anymore. Your leagues are still being held together by the regulars that are always playing.
If you looked at the industry as a whole, I think there's too many people taking and not enough people are giving. There's not very good sponsorship. There's not a concerted effort to recruit young players into it. I think leagues are a very good way to do that.
And I think poker took a lot of fire out of pool. When the start of poker, when the big craze of poker went, a lot of players that are pool players are gamblers. And that looked like an easy buck. It looked easy. It looked quick. Hey, I can get in and win $1 million. There's a loss of a lot of players from poker. And so
if you look statistically at the industry when the Color of Money came out, pool exploded. It was absolutely a direct correlation there. People wonder why they don't get a lot of money for the pro tournaments. They don't get the TV ratings, so they're not going to pump that kind of money into it.
But you look at when it comes to TV, all your sports that are on TV. Golf has its own channel, football has its own channel, tennis has its own channel. There's the bigger sports have 24-hour, 24/7 to somewhere on TV, you can watch it. Pool doesn't have that. Poker has that because they can someday ever come up with a pool like an AZ Billiards or something like that. That you could go and see a game 24 hours a day. It would become more popular.